All right, let's dive right into a really critical moment in the Ramayana. What happens immediately after the young Prince Ram wins his first major battle, the slaying of the terrifying demoness Tadka. You see, this one event is a massive domino that sets his entire destiny in motion. Just picture this. The fight's over. Ram, who's still just a boy really, calmly lowers his bow. His brother, Lakshman, is practically bursting with pride, and their mentor, the sage Vishwamitra, is just looking on with this deep, profound satisfaction. In that one moment, it's like the very air in the forest changes. And that change? Well, that's our first big takeaway here. Ram's victory wasn't just about taking down one bad guy. It was about totally transforming a land of terror into a place of peace. I mean, just look at the powerful contrast here. On one side, you'll have a forest that was just suffocating in fear and darkness under Tadka's rule. And on the other, that same forest is now alive. It's vibrant with the sound of birdsong. This isn't just a pretty picture. You can literally see good conquering evil, the land itself being purified. And this is where Vishwamitra really hits the nail on the head. He tells Ram, you haven't just killed a demoness, you have freed this entire forest from fear itself. This was his first real test as a hero, and boy, did he pass with flying colors. So, this victory proved Ram has the courage, but now he's ready for the next absolutely crucial stage of his training, learning to wield the power of the gods themselves. The very next morning, at dawn, Vishwamitra leads the brothers to a sacred spot, and the whole mood shifts, you know? The tension of battle just melts away and is replaced by this quiet reverence, almost like a classroom. This is where Ram's journey pivots, from a test of physical strength to a lesson in divine wisdom. So Vishwamitra gives him the knowledge of the Astras. These are celestial weapons just buzzing with divine power. He gets the Agni Astra, which is basically a missile of pure fire, the Vayu Astra, an unstoppable storm of wind, and then the big one, the Brahmastra, a weapon so powerful it could literally destroy the world. The responsibility is just unimaginable. But this incredible power comes with a catch, a really solemn, unbreakable rule. Vishwamitra's command is absolute. These weapons are not for personal glory. They're not for conquest. They can only be used for one thing and one thing only, to protect Dharma, the universal law of what is right. So how does Ram react being handed this, world-ending power? Not with arrogance, not with pride. He simply bows his head in complete humility and promises to always uphold his teacher's command. And that right there, that tells you everything about the true source of his strength. It's not his weapons, it's his unwavering character. Okay, so armed with brand new power and this solid commitment to doing what's right, Ram immediately faces his next great test. And this time, it's about protecting a sacred fire ritual, the yajna, from the forces of chaos. Vishwamitra and the other sages begin the yajna, but this whole ritual has a dark history. See, every single time they've tried this before, demons have shown up and just wrecked it. The hopes of all the good people are riding on this one ceremony. But this time, things are different. This time, Ram and Lakshman are standing guard. As the sacred chants get louder, the sky literally blackens. Two demon commanders, Marich and Sabahu, just appear out of nowhere, laughing, but Ram reacts in a flash. His first arrow doesn't kill Marich, it just banishes him, flinging him miles and miles away. Then for Sabahu, he unleashes that divine fire, the Agni Astra, and completely consumes him. The other demons see this overwhelming power, and they are out of there. They just break and run in terror. Let's just pause on their fates for a second. As you can see, Marich gets violently thrown way out into the distant sea. He's banished, but he's still alive out there. Sabahu, on the other hand, is just utterly vaporized by that divine flame. It was a swift, decisive, and frankly, a terrifying display of Ram's new power. With the demons gone, the yajna is completed without a problem, for the first time ever. The sages just erupt in celebration. And Vishwamitra's voice rings out, declaring that because of Ram, Dharma itself, righteousness itself, has won the day. So, mission accomplished. The forest is safe, the sacred ritual is protected. What's next for our heroes? Well, a brand new journey begins, one that will lead them towards the famous kingdom of Mithila. Yup, with the yajna done, Vishwamitra announces their new destination, Turns out their victory here wasn't the end goal, it was just getting them ready for an even bigger destiny that's waiting for them in Mythila. So why Mythila? What's the big deal? Well, its king, Jonik, has this legendary, divine bow, a weapon so incredibly mighty that no prince or king in the entire land has even been able to string it, let alone lift it. This isn't just another test for Ram, this is a challenge of mythic proportions. Think about it. This whole journey started with a really brutal battle against a demon, and now it has evolved. Ram is now on a path that is going to redefine everything for him, his destiny, his love, and his whole understanding of Dharma. Which leads us to the final, tantalizing question, doesn't it? He's proved his strength against demons, and he's proved his virtue through his humility. But does he have what it takes to lift a celestial bow that has humbled kings and the greatest warriors? The fate of a kingdom, and maybe even his own heart, is hanging in the balance.